An immigration proposal known by senators known as the Gang of Eight is being met with strong opposition.
Yeah, News 13's Frank Boney reports on why a prominent Republican from the upstate is now the target of a nasty campaign.
Who elected Lindsay Graham to demand millions more immigrant workers when so many South Carolinians are jobless?
Not me.
Senator Lindsay Graham is the subject of new television attack ads for his support of the Gang of Eight's amnesty plan.
Amnesty? Not me.
Who does Lindsay Graham represent?
Not me.
Graham says he represents employers like those in the agricultural industry who need seasonal workers.
What we would like would be a viable legal workforce.
Employers like Kenny Barnwell, a North Carolina apple grower who supports immigration reform so farmers can expand.
And their biggest thing that's throwing them up is the availability of labor. To know that it's going to be there if you go lay out a lot of money.
But the Washington-based group running the Graham ads,
Paid for by Numbers USA,
says the Gang of Eight amnesty plan opens the door to higher unemployment.
But there's one group that's not represented, 20 million Americans who can't find a full-time job.
While the fight in Washington continues, farmers are focused on their bottom line.
You can grow a perfect crop, and if you got nobody to pick it, it's the same thing as a sorry crop. It ain't gonna bring any money.
Growers say working in the orchards is tough work, and it's often hard to find reliable and dependable workers. But critics of immigration reform say it's American citizens who should have these jobs.
These working poor people and these unemployed poor people, and said they don't matter. What matters is finding cheap labor for industry. Lindsey Graham is the most out front of the Gang Eight. He's the one who's been going around talking about the labor shortage. And this is really, I think, our primary plan is to embarrass and shame every politician, every advocate in America who says we need comprehensive immigration reform to bring in more immigrant workers when we've got 20 million Americans standing in line, can't get a full-time job.
And Graham says he opposes any pathway to citizenship that does not include securing the border. But it's estimated nearly half of the 11 million illegal aliens in this country came on worker or guest visas and never left. Beck says current plans expose taxpayers to a huge liability in the form of entitlements.
They get presents, they get the jobs, and they qualify for all entitlement and welfare programs.
Beck says until they get serious about real immigration reform.
Who elected Graham to demand amnesty and welfare for millions of illegal aliens?
Amnesty? Not me.
The attacks on Graham and others in the Gang of Eight will continue.
Ask him.
In Henderson County, Frank Boney, News 13.
Well, we reached out to Senator Graham's office for his reaction, but he was unavailable for comment.